Hello and welcome to Okay, so it's been a typically mixed bag of the good and less than good this week, so let's get on with it. As a fan of Doctor Who and someone that has stuck with the series through its rather shaky seasons overseen by showrunner Stephen Moffat, I was intrigued to find out that he's stepping down next year and is going to be replaced by Broadchurch creator and former Doctor Who and Torchwood writer Chris Chibnall. This should hopefully bring a fresher approach to the long-running series, and with the additional news that they're not going to be bringing the full series back until next year with only a Christmas special at the end of this year, it should at least allow for the scripts for the next 13 episodes to be given enough time to build up the stonkingly good concepts into 13 or so stonkingly good scripts. Well, it should, because we have to wait and see. Away from fantasy and back to the crushing disappointment that is reality, walking, talking gas bag of hate and idiocy, commonly known as Donald Trump, has shared the stage with the one and fortunately only Sarah Palin. The two who apparently confuse their messed up thoughts that run inside their tiny little skulls for fact. I'm not sure, but I believe the idea of a President Trump is one of the first signs of the upcoming apocalypse. I don't know about you, but I'm already considering stockpiling tin goods and duct tape. I'm just glad that UK politicians running things are far more reasonable and aren't just self-interested elitists slowly but surely ruining the country. Wait. The Big Short is director Adam McKay's first film that moves away from the improvised malarkey of Anchorman and the likes, and tells a true story of a group of men who predicted the financial collapse back in 2007. But they opted to profit from it instead of, you know, doing the right thing. Unlike the rather terrible Wolf of Wall Street, the characters portrayed by Christian Bale, Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell and Brad Pitt are hardly heroic or even likeable at times, but there's a charm to them even when they are quite literally ripping off their fellow Americans. Although in comparison to those in charge of things, clearly they were less corrupt or culpable. Off-wall breaks and down and dirty direction would usually be at odds with one another, but it kind of works for the most part. It's closer to a companion piece to the brilliant Margin Call or Too Big to Fail. The Big Short's funny and it's occasionally a little bit earnest in places, but on the whole it's a nice take on the modern banking horrors that are affecting the global community. Plus, who is going to complain about Margot Robbie in a bathtub explaining the finer details of the financial world? Out now on DVD is Johnny O'Reilly's The Weather Station. Following loss in communication with the 3 inhabitants of the station in the Russian Arctic, a pair of detectives arrive to find signs of visitors to the station, bullet holes and unexplained carnage. It's a very finely crafted foreign language thriller, and it's told going back and forward on a fractured timeline that jumps between the events with the meteorologists and the investigation. Slowly ramping up the tension and unravelling the who or what done it. It is a little Hitchcockian in places, but that can hardly be a complaint as he was the master of mystery and suspense. A significantly gentler foreign language film is Brazilian drama Father's Chair, also out on DVD. Theo's life is falling apart. Too focused on his career, he's about to lose his wife and home, and his son, 15-year-old Pedro, doesn't want anything to do with him. But when Theo and his wife discover that Pedro has gone missing, seemingly run away, he decides to go on a mission to find him. On his journey, Theo only finds himself only one step behind his son. It's filled with highs and lows and allows him to gain insight into himself and his son. It's a beautifully played film with great performance from all the actors, and it shows how a journey can be both physically crippling but emotionally enriching. On the other side of the quality scale is a new Vinnie Jones film, Kill Kane. The former Kickyball star is firmly lock, stock and 2 smoking barrels and straight to DVD hell. Jones stars as a teacher. Let that one sink in for a moment. Vinnie Jones is a school teacher that, while out on a drive with his dear wife, witnesses a gangland murder, and before he can say death wish, his wife, son and daughter are slain by the same gang, and he's left in a coma for 3 months. Once out of bed, he goes on a one-man mission of revenge to kill the gang responsible, and in particular, Kane. Obviously. What we have for this 1 hour and 15-minute long car crash of a flick is a horrifically abysmal example of bad acting, lazy script writing, dull direction, and an overall sense of ineptitude. Any sense of drama is sucked out by Jones's inability to elicit anything close to an emotion. I've seen someone more upset about it being a Monday than his reaction to the death of his loved ones. Besides, I'm not an expert, but aren't kicky ball players meant to be good actors, or is that only when they're after a penalty or something? Good news is it's short. The bad news is it isn't short enough. The worst news is it even exists at all. I thought the similarly themed Danny Dyer film Vendetta from a few years ago was a lowest of low points in British crime dramas, but I was wrong. Hello, Stink. You're right. Okay, that's all for this week. Please like and share if you enjoyed this vid. Heck, even if you didn't, please like and share it anyway. Because as you all know, it's nice to be nice. You can follow me on Twitter at My So-Called Brain, or like My So-Called Brain's Facebook page. And all my other random ramblings can be found on my blog. There should be a link below. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, laters. You alright?